Hi, everyone. Welcome to Chakra Chats. I'm going to be doing Chakra Chats as they come throughout each week, dropping them in here, and um, and it will just be whatever feels appropriate to share at the time that it comes to me. So today I want to Chakra Chat number one, talk about something that I think comes up a lot for people through the holidays. It's something that I have noticed for myself. It's something that I hear from clients, and that's around judgment. Oftentimes, when we are with the people closest to us, not always, this happens in times we're not with people closest to us as well, but we tend to be confronted with our most intimate challenges with those that we're closest to. And oftentimes we can feel them come out in the form of judgment. Either we feel like either we notice that we're judging or we feel judged. And judgment is a really interesting thing to bring our awareness to because it directly guides us to such an important aspect of healing in our sacral chakra. Anytime there is judgment, it is a direct reflection of something that we judge within ourselves. So if we are judging something, we can use it as information to say, oh, wow, if we can become aware that we are judging, which we all do, but the power in it is to say, what is that judgment? What is it reflecting of a shadow part of me that I am judging in myself? And it's useful because when we're feeling judged, we can remind ourselves that that is just a projection of their own thing, their own judgment in themselves. It actually has nothing to do with me. So it's helpful on that front because it can release the feelings, the emotions that we might hold from somebody else's judgment. We can release ourselves of that holding and maybe investigate like why that hit us so hard. What attachments, maybe what are we avoiding that being judged by that person landed in such a hard way. But it also, like I said, more importantly, when we notice we are judging something, to use it as useful information for what am I judging in myself. And so it's just something really interesting to reflect on after we are around a lot of people. Maybe it's people that we're close to, maybe it's just other people. We're going into more homes. We are around, oftentimes, like I said, people we're not maybe around a lot, or people that are brand new to us, and we may notice judgments coming. And if we can use those judgments, just reflect on what is held in me that I am judging in that person, then um, then we have a portal in to understanding a part of ourselves that is held in the shadows, that is being repressed. Any judgment that we form of somebody else is pointing us to that shadow, is pointing us to a part of ourselves that is not allowed to come into the light. An example of this, I had a client who really, really couldn't stand this sister of hers because, I mean, she loved her, but she was very, always bothered by her because she was really gregarious and really over the top with her personality, and a very loud, big, space taking up kind of person. And it was just something that drove her nuts. She would just go like, oh my gosh, she just won't ever stop. And she's just always loud, and she's always taking up all the space, and she's always, doing this or that. But when we reflected on it, she was a pretty quiet woman. And she was a woman that didn't take up a lot of space. And there was a part of her that was yearning to be louder, that was yearning to take up more space. But she was holding it in such judgment that was coming through in her judgment of others, that it wasn't coming through in her at all. And when she found that part of her through this portal in, she was able to take that part of her by the hand and begin to give her a little room, begin to make space for her in her voice, in room with others, in being a little bit louder. And that was a healing. And in doing that in the sacral chakra, we bring more aspects of ourself together. And it's in that unification of those aspects of ourself that our energy is able to rise and come into the power of our third chakra, which is our ability to take action, our power that we have in this world. Our power comes from the unification of the energy of bringing all aspects of ourselves together. So when we can identify the parts of ourselves that are being held at bay, that are being repressed, that are not allowed to come to the surface, then we can notice where our energy, where our power, where our vital earth energy that we're drawing up through us is being held back, is being tempered, is being quelled. And we can let that part of us, that part of our energy flow to come into unification, to draw us up into our power, to draw us up into the action we take in this life. So that was a little reflection, Chakra Chat 1, sacral chakra, and how you can work with judgment. Drop in the comments what came to you, how does this land for you, and let us know your thoughts.